Good morning to one and all. Today we will discuss about these general terms of parking facilities. Normally we are having a different patterns to park our vehicles in different areas. That means whatever the areas we are having in our daily lives, we have to use different areas for different purposes. That means we are having industrial areas. In industrial areas we are having one kind of work. In cinema halls we are having one kind of work. Likely different places having different working natures. According to this working nature we are having different lean areas. That means lean areas means wherever the lean area we need to have to park our regular usage vehicles. Why? Because if the vehicle is near to our working area, that will cause a heavy amount of disturbance while we are start our vehicle or pick the vehicle or simply sounding our horn and gearing our vehicles. All those conditions are severe disturbance to our working places. Whether it is a living place, it should be some amount of disturbance to others also. So it should be negligible. Why? Because it is a living area. In living areas we need to face a huge amount of disturbances, so that it won't comes under this our regular purposes. But in case of our working area means it will cause a disturbance to the particular places, like is industry, the cinema halls. It also one kind of disturbance to the observers, like these hospitals. And the next one, these educational buildings. Likely we are having different way in places having a different importance factors, so that in those factors importance factors areas we won't have to use these traffic utility vehicles. Why? Because of these natures and way audible distances, so that we have to know in which way we need to park our vehicles. What are the different ways of parking? What are the terms involved in the parking? Before going to discuss those, just we will recollect the previous class things. That means whatever things we discussed in the previous class, these are the effects of the parking. That means first of all, before going to know about parking facilities, we need to know the effects we are facing in the parkings. That means what are the effects we are having. First one is the congestion. That means there is no movement, simply a stopping of a huge volume of the traffic on a particular length of the road. It is comes under congestion. Normally we are observing different cities having different congestions due to these traffic jams, and a huge amount of people are suffered due to congestion of the traffic jams for hours and minutes. Next one is the accidents. These accidents will occur due to these traffic jams and irregular patterns of our vehicles in a particular spaces and roads. That means in a very few roads we are having a less quantity of roads to travel, so that in that cases we need to have to use our vehicles in a specified manner to parking. Why? Because if the length is so low, our vehicle width is so high, so that if we park our vehicle in a road, automatically that will be a chance to occur an accidents by crashing another vehicle which is coming same route, so that it will be leads to accidents and some cases more damage to the particular road. Next one is the obstruction to the firefighting operations. That means whenever there is a huge amount of accident occur due to this electric discharge or any other explosive things in a particular building or go down or institutions like schools and colleges, we are daily observing these kind of accidents in our society. Why? Because of there may be a huge amount of collection of materials, or there may be some amount of leakage of this current or any other materials, so that due to those we need to face a huge amount of fire accidents. To control those fire accidents, we need to have these firefighting operations like vehicles. They need to move to a particular place within the time, and they have to spread different kinds of chemicals, sometimes gases, sometimes they have to use water to control the particular firefighting fire causing buildings and others, so that they need to move within a time. If there is any obstruction in a particular road, so that the vehicle can't move to the particular space within a time, so that there may be a huge amount of severity due to this traffic and parking facilities. So that we need to park our vehicle as safe as possible to control the parking and traffic facility, traffic obstructions. So it's also our responsibility. We need to feel a little bit responsible to the society to obstruct these kind of things. Next one we are having is the effect on environment. As previously we discussed, when we park these kind of differential patterns, we have to face a severe parking effect, so that the huge amount of traffic will be spread on the roads. Due to the spreading of the traffic, automatically there may be some usage of this petrol or diesel by the vehicles. Automatically some gases will be released by these vehicles, so that automatically we have to face this environmental imbalance due to exhausting of these gases like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, likely different kinds of gases by different vehicles. All those prone to exhausting of these chlorofluorocarbons into the atmosphere. These chlorofluorocarbons are resist to those are not resist to particular atmosphere, so that they have to cause a severe damage to the environmental layers like this ozone layers or any other layers which are nearer to the particular earth level. So that all those are damaged, automatically there may be a chance of increment of our daily temperature. That means routine temperature. Normally we are facing this 30 to 34 degrees as a average temperature in particular areas. Like in our Guntur we are facing this kind of temperature 34 or 36 in normal areas, in 40s in summer seasons. Why? Because of this chlorofluorocarbon level is as much as high. Why? Because of these motor vehicles and other things we are using, ACs and the refrigerators, all those evolving a huge amount of these carbon chlorofluorocarbons. Due to those also we are having, so that we need to avoid as much as possible to decrease our environment pollution. So that today we need to have to know these traffic facilities, how much amount of traffic facilities we are having, what are the different patterns we need to follow for reducing these traffic jams. First of all, we have to know this terminology involved in these parking facilities. First of all, what are the terminology? Parking accumulation. In this accumulation means a huge amount of crowd gather in a particular place. At that particular spaces we have not sufficient this breathing air, that means oxygen level. When we have not the particular quantity of these oxygen levels, so that we need to have some amount of accumulation in those particular areas due to huge amount of crowd. Likely in a different spaces we are having a different accumulations due to gathering of huge amount of parking vehicles. That means vehicles gathering at a particular point, so that there is no movement either left or right or front or back. There is no movement to a particular vehicles. Those kind of situations normally we are calling as a accumulations. In this particular criteria we are discussing this parking accumulation due to these parking facilities and traffic jams. Next one is the parking volume. In this parking volume we are discussing mainly about the volume. Means normally density and volume both are having different phenomena. In the after that we are having also traffic density. Already we discussed a traffic density in first chapter and second chapter. What is traffic density? Means a particular amount of cars or bikes located in a particular space for a particular span. That means particular vehicles, particular space and particular span. Those three are merged in a particular point. Why? Because we need to have to discuss this volume. Volume means normally volume having a units of meter cube. That means meter cube means we are having a length of the road. In those particular length there may be some quantity of materials or in terms of that quantity of materials in terms of vehicles are staggered in a road, so that when definitely there may be having some amount of volume for that particular road, so that this parking volume involves. Why? Because for different places we are having different parking volumes. If there is a two wheelers on a particular space, there may be one kind of parking volume. If it is a four wheeler, we are having one kind of parking volume. Likely there may be a large span vehicles, we are having one kind of parking volume. Due to vehicle to vehicle, there may be parking volume will be changes. Why? Because of volume mainly depends upon the vehicle quantity. The number of vehicles parked in a particular area over a given period of time, that is called as the mainly parking volume. That means given period of time. For suppose it is a 1 hour or 2 hour or 1 day, 2 days, those time will be responsible for the parking volume. It is usually measured in a vehicles per day. That means total number of vehicles parked in a particular road or any other place for a particular 24 hour span. It is called as a parking volume. This does not account for repetition of vehicles. Repetition of vehicles means simply for if there is any industry or office, a few members are simply going to their homes and coming back for dinner purpose, for tiffin purpose. Likely they have to different purposes and at different times they are simply moving, so that the vehicle is simply moving and coming in a 3 or 4 times, so that that kind of vehicles doesn't comes into account. That is the main thing here discussing. The actual volume of the vehicles entered in a particular area is recorded. That means volume of vehicles entered into a particular area in a limited period of time. It may be 1 day or half day, or in some cases it may be calculated for 1 hour or 2 hour also. That is called as the parking volume. For a particular time period, total quantity of vehicles are located in a space, that is called as the parking volume. Next one we are having is the parking load. What is the parking load? Normally parking load gives an area under accumulation curve. That means accumulation curve previously we discussed in the parking accumulation. It can be also obtained by simply multiplying the number of vehicles occupying parking area with a specified time interval. It expresses vehicle hours. Normally this parking load is majorly counting in cinema halls. Why? Because in cinema hall some of the days the total house is full condition, in some of the days there is no observers, so that there may be definitely change of this parking load for day to day. In a normally Friday, Saturday, Sundays, in different cities they are having a full house boards in cinema hall, so that there may be huge amount of parking loads on those on these days. Normally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday there may be some kind of freeness to the cinema hall, so that parking load will be somewhat low compared to the Saturdays and Sundays. It is a better examples to understand those kind of parking loads definitely in cinema halls. Why? Because all are the facing these kind of problems in definitely cinema halls. Next one is the parking duration. The amount of time we are spending for a particular vehicle at a particular space, that is called as the parking duration. This duration will normally varies from place to place. Whenever we are going to office, we have to park our vehicle for a 8 to 10 hours. Whenever we are going to a movie, we need to park our vehicle from 2 to 3 hours normally. Whenever we are moving to a particular shopping mall, we have to wait for 1 or 2 hours. For in case of buying vegetables, we need to wait for 20 to 30 minutes. Likely for different spaces, we are having different parking durations according to our nature of work. That mainly depends upon parking duration, mainly depends upon this nature of work we are doing at that particular position. Next one is the parking turnover. What is this parking turnover? It is the ratio of number of vehicles parked in a particular duration to number of parking bays available. That means this base available. Normally this base means lines which are available. These kind of lines we are observed in a previous diagram. That means here we are having a number of bays. This parking study we are having a cars are parked in a specified manner by using this number of lanes and rows and columns. Likely we need to have to observe in a matrix form also rows and columns. In a particular row, how many number of vehicles are accumulated? In a particular column, how many number of vehicles are accumulated? By using those rows and columns, simply we need to multiply. We have to get the total quantity of vehicles are parked in a particular volume of area. So that is comes under the particular parking turnover. This turnover ratio will be varies from place to place according to the base availability. If the number of bays are so high, automatically parking turnover will be so high. If the number of bays is low, so less, automatically parking turnover is less. Parking turnover is directly proportional to the quantity of space available at a particular points. Likely this industrial or institutional or any other places which are having huge quantity of crowd gatherings. Next one, we are having different patterns, that means patterns of parking. Normally we are using different patterns to park our vehicles in schools or colleges or industries or institutional buildings according to the markings. That means markings made by a particular traffic control authority in a public spaces or any other. So that we need to park our vehicles according to the marking conditions usually we are having. So that in the streets, normally streets means living areas we are having these street patterns, but this is in the schools, colleges and other areas we are not having this kind of streets. Why? Because they are all crowd gathering spaces, so that they are not having these streets. Only in living areas, those are meant for living purposes, so that they are having these streets like patterns. So that in the street like patterns also we are having a particular traffic facility for every house, so that we need to have to use some amount of space for parking our vehicle. Whether it is a four-wheeler vehicle, we have to use a 5 by 2.5 meters of span in front of our house. If it is a large span truck, likely we need to have to use 3.75 meters by 7.5 meters span of the road for parking vehicles. If it is exceeds, automatically there may be some amount of municipal corporations. Those have to take an appropriate action. You are using an extra amount of road for your parking, so that it will be a obstruction to the road users. They are simply giving a complaint to the municipal corporation, so that your vehicle will be seized. You are not having access to park this amount of vehicles on the road. All those things they will tell, and simply they will remove that particular vehicles. In a few places also nowadays we are observing simply a van is coming, and simply by this hydraulic jack systems, they simply lifting the vehicles and parking the vehicles in a particular van, and they moving to the police stations and they are seizing the vehicles. Why? Because of these irregular parking studies we are using on a particular places, so that we won't have to use these irregular parking systems. Why? Because it will cause too much of traffic jams and other conditions will be happening. Likely previously we discussed traffic jams are also directly proportional to this parking accidents and other fire accidents also, some of the cases. So that we need to have to maintain a proper parking facilities. After that we are having this parallel parking. What is a parallel parking? That means we need to park our vehicle without colliding. That means a simply parallel manner. That means one by one, one by one, one by one. Or simply in case some of the cases we have to park in a straight manner pattern. I will show some of the diagrams what is a parallel parking. And next one we are having 30-degree parking. That means with respect to a particular lane we have to use a 30-degree parking for our vehicle parkings. Similarly we are having this 45 degrees parking. In those also we need to maintain an angle of 45 degrees with respect to a horizontal line. And 60 degrees parking also we are having. This is also same pattern. That means we have to use a 60 degrees angles with horizontal line. We need to park the vehicle. But in case of this 30 degrees parking, 45 degrees parking and 60 degrees parking, we are having a huge quantity of vehicles have to be parked in a less of, that means less quantity of volume. That means not volume, area. Volume means with respect to x-axis, y-axis and z-axis also. But in case of area only, there may be two axes, x-axis and y-axis. So that whenever we are parking means we are using only x-axis and y-axis. With respect to x-axis, we are parking our vehicle in a 30 degrees manner, 60 degrees manner, 45 degrees manner. In some cases, we are using 0 degrees, that means parallel lines. Those are the four kinds of patterns. And the next one we are having is the right angle parking. This right angle parking is not suitable in all conditions. This right angle parking is majorly we are using in apartments like areas. That means apartments we are having total plinth area. In the plinth area we are using these vehicles to park, so that there may be a definite marking systems for each plot. In those areas we are using our vehicles for parking problems. What are the different parking systems? These are the parallel parking, 30 degree parking, 45 degrees parking, 60 degree parking, and after that we are having this 90 degree parking. What are the advantages and disadvantages in also? This is the parallel parking. We are observing here 4 lanes. That means in the first lane we are having 2 vehicles, but in the mid span we are having some amount of gap. We need to park our vehicle in the mid span between the 2 vehicles, so that we have to go front and come back, and we need to reverse down, and the gears also we have to change. After that we need to park our vehicles in a specified manner by using these 4 diagrams. In the first diagram our vehicle is moving with the arrow direction. After that, second diagram we are having some amount of inclination we are making. After that we have to make another amount of inclination. After that we need to park in a fourth diagram. Likely in the parallel parking there is some amount of complex when we want to park our vehicle in a prescribed places. That means prescribed places means few countries and few cities are giving a particular space to the vehicle for parking purpose. Likely these parking conditions are mainly observed in the apartments. For this flat number, the vehicles has to be parked in this flat number only. In other ways, automatically there may be some amount of argues and disadvantages. So that we need to park in a proper manner. This is parallel. In this parallel, there may be prescribed vehicles only have to park. There may be no advantage to park another vehicles. This is the 30 degree parking vehicles. 30 degree parking vehicles. That means simply the vehicle has to move. Simply they have to take one turn and reverse down. Automatically the vehicles will have to settle in this position. There may be no complex procedure to park the vehicle. But compared to this 0 degree parking, there may be advantage that some amount of extra vehicles will be parking in the 30 degrees. This is the only advantage in this 30 degrees parking. After that we are having this 45 degrees. That 45 degrees means exactly here we are observing in this 45 degrees in a space there may be huge quantity of vehicles in the 45 degrees. By using less quantity of space between those, that means vehicle to vehicle there is less quantity of space. Normally this is a pattern, observing pattern. In regular positions they are not parking like this. They have to maintain some few gap between the vehicle to vehicles to arrest these cracks and others. So that means crashes and others will be forming while they are moving the vehicle, so that they need to maintain such kind of gap to the vehicle. This is the pattern, and there may be some amount of distance between the vehicle to vehicle. The distance between the vehicle to vehicle is 3 meters. Likely here we are having 3 meters for entry and exit also. Okay, this is the 3 meters. Normal parking vehicle is 6.8 meters. This is the alignment of 45 degrees pattern. Next here we are having is 60 degrees pattern. In the 60 degrees pattern we have to move in a one way, and we have to go in that particular way only we need to come and park the vehicle. There may be a chance of clashing without having proper experience on driving. And we are having the length, it means 48 100 means simply 4.8 meters as a gap between the vehicle to vehicle, and the normal gap is 5800 centimeters means simply 5.8 meters. 4.8 gap between the vehicle to go away. 60 degrees pattern. This is the complex, very easy, simply 90 degrees pattern. That means one way is used for incoming, one way is used for outgoing vehicles. Likely whenever the vehicle is incoming, they need to park in the prescribed manner. Automatically the vehicle has to move. This is the simply vehicle is straight to the particular horizontal line. I will show. This is the particular horizontal line. In this particular horizontal line, the vehicle is moving, that means 90 degrees. So that it is called as a 90 degrees parking. In the previous, here, okay, this is the 60 degrees. Okay, in same condition also there is a 60 degrees angle. But in case of this, there may be less quantity of angle, this is 30 degrees angle. But here we are having is 45 degrees, here we are having is 30 degrees. That means with respect to this angle 30 degrees. It is simply 0 degrees, means there is no angle made by a particular vehicle. This is simply horizontal or parallel to a, this is the line. All the vehicles are parallel to the line. There is no angle. There is no angle made by a vehicle. All those vehicles are parallel to the particular straight line. So that it is called as a parallel parking. We have to observe by using these pictures simply. Okay. Next thing we are having is this 90 degrees also have a, this is the parking system, off-street parking system we are having. In this off-street parking system means in some of the cases there is only one entry and one exit, so that whenever, that means whenever we park a particular vehicle here, we need to take it back and we have to like in this particular prescribed manner. Okay. There may be some sequence order, means the automatically here we are having gaps. Those gaps also I have mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like there are some amount of gaps, so that there may be some controller person. That means some likely in our college also we are having them guards in the entrance, so that those guards will observe this how they are parking. Is there any disturbance to the pedestrians or any others? That means pedestrians mean normally those who are walking into the college, so that they have to observe is there any vehicle is causing disturbance to the students by walking. All those things they are maintaining, and they will remove some of the vehicles if they are kindly unparking in a improper ways. So what is the off-street parking? In many urban centers, some areas are exclusively allotted for parking, which will be at some distance away from the mainstream of the traffic, such that parking is referred as the off-street parking. We have to observe in many urban areas, that means urban centers means there may be huge amount of population with vehicles. Those areas mainly we are calling as urban areas. Why? Because in urban areas every person having or every family having 1 or 2 vehicles, so that the vehicle density is more in urban areas. Some areas exclusively allotted for parking. Why? Because normally apartments we are having, in those apartments, nowadays we are having high-rise structures. In the high-rise structures itself, there may be structures will be having 10 floors to 20 floors. Particular 10 to 20 floors, we are not having particular parking facilities in the plinth area, so that they have to use these kind of parking systems so separately for a particular apartments or residential areas, so that these kind of systems are developed when there is a heavy traffics in apartment like areas or industries or any office works also. Some of the cases are in Hyderabad or any Bangalore or Chennai, we are having these software buildings. In those particular software building, every person has to maintain a proper vehicle to come to the particular office, so that they need to park his vehicle in a proper manner without causing any disturbance to the other coming vehicles and going vehicles, so that the particular building need some amount of private space for its parking purpose, so that these kind of systems are implemented. Normally in few countries, those also riser structures also having these parking facilities, like stories or 5-story 6-story buildings also having these parking facilities. Each story they are having some amount of 10 to 60 vehicles, likely cars and others. Simply they are using this lifting mechanism. In this particular lift, the car will be moving to particular floor. After that, whenever we have to remove our vehicle, we need to go to that particular lift and we need to remove into the ground floor. Likely parking also having some amount of advancement in highly developed areas. These are off-street park. On-street parking means simply in front of our house we need to park. This is off-street means it is not in front of our house. It is a somewhat away from our house, so that it is called as a off-street parking. On-street means in front. Off-street means in back or any other, wherever the space we are having. What is a parking survey? In the previous cases, we observed different surveys, so that origin and destination surveys and spot speed surveys we are doing. But in case of this parking also, we have to do some amount of surveys to reduce these conditions wherever there is a huge amount of problems. In-out survey. In this survey, the occupancy count is the second selected parking lot is taken at the beginning. Then the number of the vehicles enter in the parking for a particular time of interval is counted. The number of vehicles that leave at a particular time is also taken. The final occupancy in the parking is also taken, so that there may be labor required is very less. Only one person may enough, but we want to get the data regarding the time duration and turn of the time we have to obtained. That means simply in this is a theoretical matter. The total content of the matter is in few places we are having huge quantity of vehicles gathering in particular time periods only. That means in particular time periods means morning we are having a collection of vehicles at 8 to 10 p.m. In the evening there is a leaving of vehicles at 6 to 7 p.m. so that they need to know at what time the total quantity of vehicles are collected in a particular space, so that at what time all the vehicles are simply moving, so that they need to know how many number of vehicles are collecting at a particular point in time period, so that they have to know in what time they are leaving. All those things is we have automatically we need to employ a 1 or 2 persons to simply verify how many vehicles are improperly parked, how many vehicles are properly parked, so that we need to have some amount of observance to divert the parking studies. Only one person may be enough to check all those, but we want to get the any data regarding the time duration for which a particular vehicle is used in a parking lot. That means for each and every vehicle we have to use the vehicle number, and we need to take some amount of data to the vehicular owner, so that sir is a comfortable time to park your vehicle, at what time you have to leave the vehicle, so that we need to have to note all the data in a particular spreadsheets, and we need to categorize how many numbers are coming in a particular 7 to 8 and how many number of vehicles are coming in 8 to 9, how many number of vehicles are coming in 9 to 10, so that in those time periods of vehicles we need to give a proper spaces, first coming first out or second coming second out, likely we need to allot some spaces to the some vehicles, so that there may be huge amount of gap will be formed. If there is a long standing vehicles, automatically those long standing vehicles has to park far to the entrance. Why? Because if they are nearer to the entrance means automatically there may be huge amount of traffic jam. If they are far to the entrance, automatically all the vehicles are simply moving and going, moving and going. There may be no chance of parking, improper parking. Those things we have to study by proper vision and mission. Those vision and mission we have to form by simply these studies, parking studies. Parking duration and turnover obtained, hence we can't estimate the parking right from the survey. For quick survey purpose, the fixed period sampling can also be done. That means fixed period samplings. For every vehicles, we need to give a proper time period. This is the time period, sir. In that particular time, you need to park your vehicles. In that particular time, you need to remove your vehicles. Otherwise, you may be charged an extra amount, so that there may be some kind of easiness to the parking. All the vehicles are counted at the beginning of the survey, then after the fixed time interval, they may be varied between 15 to 1 hour. The count is taken again, hence there is a chances of missing the number of vehicles are packed in a short duration, so that in each and every 15 minutes or 30 minutes span, we need to check the quantity of vehicles lying on a particular space, so that it may be some easy. Next, what is the license plate method of survey? In this license plate method also, we are discussed in origin and destination studies and previous traffic delay studies. Okay, we have to note down the particular license number of a vehicle, and we have to observe at what time the vehicle is coming into the parking area and what time the vehicle is leaving, so that how much amount of time it was parking. All those things related to this license method of survey. It results the most accurate and realistic data. That means it gives most accurate, that means how much amount of time the vehicle is parked on a particular space. That is the accurate data while we go through this number plate survey. License plate or number plate, both are related same. In this case of survey, every parking stall is monitored at a continuous interval of 15 minutes. That means every 15 minutes we have to observe which way, what kind of vehicles are coming, what is the number of vehicles and what is the number plates. We need to note down all those data. What are the number plates? So the license plate number is noted down. This will give the data regarding the duration for which particular vehicle was using in a particular bay. That means bay means a given line. This will helps to calculate the fare, because fare is estimated based upon the duration for the which vehicles was parked. That means fare means some amount of vehicles are parked for few minutes. Those vehicles are all we need to eliminate. Because of those are having a less quantity of time, so that those will be negotiated for our study purpose. For which vehicle is parked, if the time of the interval is shorter, then there is a less chances of missing short-term parkers, but the method is very labor intensive. That means we have to use some amount of labor for removing this work, and we have to parking in a particular proper manners. Okay, we will have to discuss once again what are the different studies we are involved. What are the first things we need to know? What are the effects? That means congestion. What is a congestion period, accidents period, obstruction period, and eco-friendly techniques what we have to use. All those are the studies. These are the general topic facilities. Particular accumulation, parking volume, parking load, parking duration, and parking turnover. These are the terms involved. And parking systems, parallel. These things we need to remember. What is a parallel parking? A horizontal line, which is a thickened line. The vehicle is similarly without any angle of inclination is not there. That is 0 degrees or parallel degrees parking. There is a 30 degrees of inclination with the horizontal line, so that it is a 30-degree parking. It is a 45 degrees to the particular horizontal angle. Next one, 60 degrees to a particular angle. This 60 degrees and 30 degrees having same quantity of vehicles. Because of 60 30 we are having some amount of correlation. And here 90 degrees, that means with parking line, that means horizontal line, they are making a particular quantity of 90 degrees, so that it is some amount of complex, majorly used in the apartments and other purposes. So the parking studies are over.